Notts County Talk. I just finished editing up the match preview for the Kings Lynn game on Saturday when the news broke that it's off because 2 more players have tested positive. Now obviously we hope those players are okay and we hope them a speedy recovery, and we also hope that it's not spread to any more players, because you're sort of thinking now if it's 5 or 6 players have had it and they're in that bubble, could it have spread around the club? Hopefully not, but this is some really damaging news, I think, because this could really affect fitness, sort of momentum. We're at the FA Cup, which for me personally, I'm not that beat down about. Obviously there's the prize money in there that you have to think about, but in terms of the league, I think we need to focus on that this season and get promotion so we don't have to play those qualifying games to get into the FA Cup. But yeah, quite saddened by the news. If it's who I think it is, I remember oddly saying that Elisha Sam and Thomas were being tested on Wednesday. So if it is those 2 players, both strikers, that leaves us with 1 striker, you can sort of understand why we've had to pull out and why we're missing our next few games. But yeah, I'm going to hand over to Tom for his reaction to the news.
As Georgia just said, we're just about to finish filming the preview for the game. Something in my mind all week was lurking and thinking, could this happen? The way they train closely, how quickly would 4 become another couple in this case? How quickly would that go on? The close proximity they're in, the contact nature of the game. It's actually it's going around the league a little bit now. We've had Barnet that have had tests. We've had Altrincham, but where it leaves Notts now is it's a long time without a fixture. Now, obviously, you've got to look at it. You've got to look at every cloud, really. Obviously, it's not a good situation at all. You've got to think, right, it gives Notts more time to train. Those players can't train though, so there's always a negative to it. It gives Notts more time to prepare. Other side of it, we're now at the Cup. A Cup that I actually posted yesterday on Twitter, a poll saying, do you want us to go through this season? 52% said yeah, they still cared about the Cup. 48%, very close, said they didn't. So I think in terms of momentum and prize money, it would have been good if we could have kept it going. The FA Cup's a great competition. We would have liked to have been in that. But it also now gives us a fixture backlog with obviously the 2 games that have just been postponed. Now, they're going to come later in the season. We don't know if this is going to happen again for us. We don't know if it's going to happen again for opponents. I mean, we could get to that game, I think it's the 11th of November. We could get to that game and then the opponents that day, 3 or 4 days before, have 5 or 6 positive COVID tests, and then before you know it, that game's postponed and Notts go another week without a fixture, and it could happen again, especially with the rising cases. So for me, it leaves a lot of things in massive doubt. The way things are going at the minute, it's leaving it's leaving the National League in doubt for me. I hope I'm wrong, but we keep seeing these postponed fixtures. We've seen them postponed for a week, a few days. This is a long time for Notts, so we've just got to use this time. I think we've got the squad to keep going with it, but obviously wish the best to the players that have tested positive. Notts haven't released that. But we'll just have to take it as it comes at the minute, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a few more positive results come out of the club. But we hope, as I've just said, we hope the best for all the players, and I know we've just got to find a way to get through the season.